Good day everyone. Hi, I'm Felix Francisco from BSIT 1A, and today we will talk about biodiversity. Meaning of biodiversity. The term biodiversity was first coined by Walter Girosin in 1986. It comes from the Greek word bios meaning life and the Latin term diversitas meaning variety. Another meaning of biodiversity or biological diversity refers to the variety of all living organisms from microorganisms to plants and animals across genes, species, and ecosystems. It forms the foundation of the biosphere, providing essential support for human survival and highlighting the interdependence of all life on Earth. Three types of biodiversity. Number 1. Species diversity. Species diversity measures the variety of species within an ecosystem, including their richness, abundance, and evenness. It serves as an indicator of ecosystem health, where a balanced and diverse species populations help maintain ecological stability. Ang species diversity ay ang dami at pagkakaiba ng mga uri ng buhay sa isang ekosistema na nagpapakita ng kalusugan at katatagan ng kalikasan kapag balanse at iba-iba ang mga species. Number 2. Ecosystem diversity. Ecosystem diversity refers to the variety of ecosystem on Earth, such as terrestrial and aquatic, natural and artificial. Each type is influenced by its geographical location in climate, leading to different adaptation. For example, deciduous forests in temperate zones and tropical rainforests near the equator host distinct plant species suited to their environments. Ang ecosystem diversity ay ang pagkakaiba-iba ng mga uri ng kapaligiran sa mundo na naiimpluwensyahan ng lokasyon at klima. Number 3. Genetic diversity. Genetic diversity. During reproduction, the fertilized egg cells involves a series cells division that produce individuals with a distinctive assemblage of genes. No individual members of any population, except identical twins, which develop from a single egg, are precisely identical in their genetic makeup. Sa madaling sabi, walang dalawang nilalang ang eksaktong magkapareho sa genes, maliban na lang sa magkaparehong kambal at ang pagkakaibang ito ang dahilan kung bakit may iba't ibang anyo at katangian ang mga buhay na organismo. Threats to biodiversity. Natural causes. These are the threats that occur in nature and are considered inevitable natural causes, including the following. Number 1. Narrow geographical area. The narrower the area of a certain community, the lesser the number of species that will be able to thrive in it. Number 2. Low population. The lesser the number of individuals to procreate, the lower the biodiversity and area. Number 3. Low breeding rate. The slower the breeding rate of the individuals, the less diverse. Number 4. Natural causes. The occurrence of natural calamities cause the destruction of habitats of various species, thus diminishes biodiversity. Anthropogenic causes. Human activities cause a decreasing species since the principles of a sustainable development are frequently overlooked. The following are perceived as the most common anthropogenic threats. Number 1. Alteration and destruction of ecosystems. The destruction of rainforests and reclamation of waterways threaten biodiversity. In Southeast Asia, forests are turned into coconut or palm oil farms, endangering species like orangutans and bayawak. Similarly, building dams and housing projects blocks fish such as bangus and tilapia from migrating between rivers and the sea. Number 2. Hunting and explosion of animals. A few years ago, animals that were thought to be harmful to livestock or even to humans, like the alligators, were hunted down. The trade in exotic species, collecting or catching animals and plants with apparently medicinal values, are also threatening biodiversity. Number 3. Agricultural practices. The uncontrolled usage of pesticides and other chemicals is causing the massive death of bees and other insects crucial for pollination and hence for the provision of food. Also, agriculture needs lands, and when it is not available, large areas are converted to croplands for food production. Number 4. Introduction of exotic species. Exotic species are non-native organisms introduced to an area that compete with native species for space and resources. When they displace local species, they become invasive. An example is the golden apple snail or golden kohol in the Philippines. Number 5. Climate change. Climate change is responsible for the modification of habitats and the condition in which the species live. It causes bleaching of corals, spreading out of epidemics, cause variations in the migration of species such as whales, increases sea levels, and others. Number 6. Tourism. When tourism is performed in a disrespectful manner with biodiversity or when it causes the carrying capacity of the ecosystem to exceed, nature may possibly be affected. The solution is sustainable eco-tourism. And the last, number 7, ignorance. Ignorance is the worst enemy for conservation. The most immediate need, therefore, is to raise awareness among peoples regarding the importance of preserving nature.
I am John Elijah Flores and I am tackling about distribution of biodiversity. Distribution of biodiversity. Flora and fauna. Diversity depends on climate, altitude, soil, and presence of other species. Ang pagkakaiba ng mga halaman, flora, at hayop, fauna, ay nakadepende sa klima, taas ng lugar o altitude, uri ng lupa at presensya ng ibang mga species. Sa madaling sabi, ang kalikasan ay may kaugnayan. Kapag nagbago ang isa sa mga salik nito, naapektuhan din ang dami at uri ng mga halaman at hayop sa paligid. Biodiversity affects climate at local, regional, and global levels. Consequently, modification in land use and land cover that affect biodiversity can affect climate. The significant mechanism of biodiversity comprise plant functional diversity and the type of distribution of ecosystem across globe. Malaki ang epekto ng klima sa dami ng mga uri ng buhay. Ang pagbabago sa klima at paggamit ng lupa ay maaaring makaapekto sa ecosystem at sa bilang ng mga halaman at hayop sa isang lugar. Altitude affects that biodiversity in an inverse manner. Low altitudes are more diverse than higher altitudes. This happens because as we move up, the atmosphere becomes less dense, and because of the shortage of oxygen, fewer species are able to sustain life at higher altitudes. Altitude, taas ng lugar. Habang tumataas ang lugar, bumababa ang dami ng mga uri ng buhay. Sa mababang lugar, mas maraming hayop at halaman dahil mas mainam ang klima at mas marami ang oxygen. Soils are complex system. Organisms living in soil and the mineral and nutrient components act together to produce high diversity and complexity, feeding back to biodiversity richness through habitat and nutrient provision. Ang lupa ay may mahalagang sustansya at mineral na nagbibigay ng tirahan at pagkain sa mga organismo. Kapag mas mayaman ang lupa, mas mataas ang antas ng biodiversity. And lastly, presence of other species. Organisms interact with other organisms in an ecosystem. These interactions such as predation, parasitism, commensalism, and other symbiotic relationship may have beneficial or harmful effects to the biodiversity of an area. Also, the introduction or production of new species in an ecosystem may also positively or negatively affect the other species by limiting or reducing their population or contrawise. Ang mga ugnayan sa pagitan ng mga organismo tulad ng predation, parasitism at symbiosis ay nakakaapekto sa dami ng uri ng mga nabubuhay. Ang pagpasok o pagkawala ng isang species ay maaaring magpabago sa balanse ng ekosistema.
I'm Clyde Apelado from BSIT 1A, exploring biodiversity. Recent endangered animals. Indo-Burmese pangolin, described split as a distinct species in 2025, already presumed critically endangered due to illegal trade and high threats. Isa itong hayop na may kaliskis, konti na lang sila dahil maraming tao ang nanghuhuli at nagbebenta sa kanila. Nawawalan din sila ng tirahan. Bornean elephant. In June 2024, assessed as endangered as a distinct subspecies. Threats include habitat loss, logging, human-elephant conflict. Ito ay maliit na uri ng elepante sa Borneo. Nawawala ang kanilang tahanan dahil sa pagputol ng mga puno at pag-aaway sa mga tao. Fishing cat. Moved from vulnerable to endangered in a 2024 assessment due to wetland habitat loss and degradation. Isang uri ng pusa na marunong mangisda. Konti na lang sila dahil nasisira ang mga basang lugar kung saan sila nakatira. Caspian seal, also recently upgraded to endangered because of big decline, hunting, habitat degradation, pollution. Naninirahan ito sa dagat Caspian. Bumababa ang bilang nila dahil sa polusyon, panghuhuli at sirang tirahan. Upemba lechwe, a subspecies or distinct evolutionary entity of antelope from the Upemba wetlands, Democratic Republic of Congo. Population declined drastically. Some reports in 2025 suggest there are under 100 individuals left. Isang uri ng usa mula sa Congo. Halos 100 na lang ang natitira. Inuhuli sila at nasira ang mga damuhan kung saan sila nakatira. Recent endangered plants, plant groups. Dysmia aliesi, newly described in 2025, only 5 individuals known, classified as critically endangered under the IUCN criteria. Isang maliit na fairy lantern na halaman sa Malaysia. 5 lang ang nakita at madaling mamatay dahil sa sirang lupa. Frankincense trees of Socotra. As of early 2025, 6 species moved from vulnerable to endangered. 3 more assessed for first time and classified as critically endangered. Threats include grazing by goats, cyclones, floods, land degradation. Ito ang mga punong pinagmumulan ng mabangong dagta. Nasira ang marami dahil sa bagyo, baha at mga kambing na kumakain sa mga ito. Copiapoa cacti. As of May 2024, 82% of Copiapoa species are now threatened with extinction. Main causes: illegal collection for ornamentals, land use change, climate pressures. Mga cactus sa disyerto ng Chile. Maraming kinukuha ng tao para gawing palamuti at naapektuhan din ng mainit na klima. Humboldt bordeaux, endangered plant species from Western Ghats, India, recently reaffirmed in IUCN 2024 assessment. Isang halaman mula sa India nanganganib mawala dahil sa pagputol ng mga puno at pagkasira ng kagubatan. Begonia jurgani, described in August 2025, endemic to Panay Island. Only 100 specimens documented. Recommendations are being made to include it in the IUCN Red List. Bagong tuklas na halaman sa Panay, Pilipinas. Konti lang ang natagpuan at kailangan itong protektahan para hindi mawala.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Borja from BSIT 1A. and right now I am going to discuss biodiversity of plants and animals. Extinct animals and plants are species that no longer exist anywhere on Earth. Extinct animals. Once living animal species like the dodo or Chinese paddlefish that died out due to hunting, habitat loss, climate change, diseases, or invasive species. Extinct plants. Plant species like St. Helena olive or Saxicolelia dineshi that disappeared because of deforestation, land conversion, climate shifts, or loss of pollinators. Animals. Partula dentifera, land snail, endemic to Rayeti, French Polynesia, last seen in 1972, declared extinct by IUCN in June 2024. The rosy wolf nail introduced predator is the culprit. Capricorn rabbit rat, Conilurus capricornensis, rodent from Queensland, Australia, classed as extinct in IUCN Red List as of 29 September 2024, known from subfossil remains dating into the modern Holocene era. Sternberg whitefish, Corjunus rinki, fish native to lakes in southern Germany, listed extinct by IUCN in 2024. Chime whitefish, Coregonus hoferi, also from southern Germany, extinct as of 2024. Orcnature, Salvelinus inframundus, Scottish cold waterfish. Last reliable observations back in the mid-20th century, confirmed extinct in the 2024 IUCN update. Plants. Neonuclea congenesis are 3 species known only from a single site in Singapore. That site has been heavily modified or lost, are declared extinct in the wild in the 2024 IUCN Red List update. Americia nobilis, known as the Tree of Heaven, from Myanmar, not seen in the wild since 1865, exists only in cultivation status, now extinct in the wild. Saxicolelia dineshi, an orchid or false plant in Guinea, found only in a single falls on the Concur River. That location was submerged by a hydroelectric dam, wiping out its habitat. Declared extinct in the wild. Many Copiapoa cacti species, while not all extinct, a very large proportion of species in the genus Chile, Atacama region, are now threatened or lost, largely due to illegal collection for ornamental trade and habitat disturbance. Climate change. Other 3 species globally. The 2024 Global Tree Assessment in IUCN shows more than 1 in 3 species worldwide are threatened. Some have already been declared extinct or extinct in the wild in recent assessments.
Good day everyone, I am Josh Henrik Andrada from BIS IT1A, and today we are talking about benefits of biodiversity.
Benefits of biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity means the variety of life on Earth, including genes, species, and ecosystem. Ang biodiversity ay tumutukoy sa iba't ibang anyo ng buhay sa mundo, mula sa halaman, hayop, hanggang sa buong ecosystem. Consumptive value. Direct use of natural resources that people consume. Key points: food and drink, fuel and energy, medicine, crops variety, and industrial materials. Ang consumptive value ay ang mga likas yamang direkta nating ginagamit, gaya ng pagkain, gamot, at panggatong. Non-consumptive value. Value of natural resources that are not consumed or diminished by use. Ang non-consumptive value ay mga benepisyo mula sa kalikasan na hindi nauubos, gaya ng pag-aaral, turismo at tradisyonal na kultura. 3 points: recreation, tourism, hiking, education and research, traditional or cultural values. Ecological services, the natural process that support life and maintain environmental balance. Main functions: balance of nature, biological productivity, regulation of climate, degradation of waste, cleaning of air and water, cycling of nutrients, control of pests and disease, detoxification of soil, stabilization of land, carbon sequestration, maintenance of soil. Ang ecological services ay ang mga gawain ng kalikasan na tumutulong para mabuhay tayo, tulad ng paglilinis ng hangin at tubig, pagpigil ng erosion at pag-regulate ng klima.